Hey folks, why haven't you subscribed yet? Tell them, Lily. So let's talk about bull sharks. Now, bull sharks are a small to medium-sized shark that can be found in both saltwater as well as freshwater. Thanks to an ability called osmoregulation. So this is an active process, regulatory process, that equalizes osmosis pressure within the shark, allowing it to be able to go both in freshwater as well as salt. Basically, the salt content in a shark is such that when they swim into freshwater, the freshwater will kill them if it wasn't for this process. I can go into that, but it would be a lot longer video than what I want. Their closest relatives can actually do this. They can't do this to the extent where they can enter completely fresh water. Sandbar sharks can enter estuaries, but they are that's about it. They'll enter the estuaries. So they don't have the regulatory system for osmoregulation like the bull sharks do. There are other cartilaginous fishes and there are bony fishes as well that can be in both saltwater as well as fresh. As far as cartilaginous fishes related to bull sharks, these include things like stingrays and saw sharks. They can be found in the warm oceans, rivers, and lakes throughout the world. They have been found as reports as far up as 1,000 miles up the Amazon, and they have been found as far north in the Mississippi as St. Louis, or a little further in Illinois. They are so you're not going to just run into these sharks in the water or in the ocean. They will, if you're fishing a major body of water, a major river that connects to their habitat, there's a good chance there could be sharks in that water. The Mississippi, the Amazon, the Zambezi River in Africa is famous for them. Actually, one of the bull shark's common names is the Zambezi shark. This can also get them into altercations with Nile crocodiles. Like I said, they are a small to medium-sized shark. They can reach lengths of up to 10 feet and weigh close to 800 pounds, maybe a little over. So they are large in comparison to humans, but they're not the 20-foot giants that are things like great whites, tigers, or the Greenland sharks. These are large predatory sharks that reach lengths of up to that can reach lengths close to 20 feet. So these sharks are smaller. They do have triangular shaped teeth that are razor sharp. They also have the highest bite force measured on a shark so far. That is, it has been measured at 5,914 newtons, or 1,330 foot-pounds. So they have an extremely sharp, extremely powerful bite in combination with extremely sharp teeth. Their diet consists mostly of bony fish, small sharks, and stingrays. But they also have been known to eat terrestrial mammals, as well as marine mammals, crustaceans, and other invertebrates. like most sharks, they are opportunistic predators. They have bull sharks have been tested. Their blood has been tested for testosterone levels, and it shows the highest just before mating season, which has led some to speculate that this is where their sometimes aggressive nature comes from, because bull sharks have been known to be aggressive. There have been many attacks on people. One of the most famous. It isn't one of the most famous shark attacks, in that the book Jaws and the subsequent movie after that were based on attacks most likely perpetrated by bull sharks in the Jersey Shore in 1917. The reason it is believed that these were bull sharks attacks, for one, the shark described was not a massive great white. For another, although a great white may have been in the area, for another, most of the attacks had taken place on or in freshwater, in a creek, in a fairly deep water creek that ran up there. As a matter of fact, there was several people killed at one incident where a group of boys were swimming in the water. At which point the attack occurred. An older teenager, a young adult, saw the attack happening. He jumped in the water to try to save the ones being attacked, and was attacked himself and killed. So this was it's a fairly gruesome attack. And if you remember in the movie Jaws, normally I would like to be able to put the clip on the screen, but I will put a still image on screen. But I would like to be able to put the entire clip. I just don't have the ability to do that, nor do I want a copyright claim on my channel. Even though I'm not technically monetized, I don't want, if I do ever get monetized, I don't want that to be able to come back and bite me. But anyway, this clip here, where the lady is screaming, "There's a shark in the pond," and the attack that happens on the rowers, or on the kids in the sailboat with the rower that's coming out to help. That attack, that was linked to the 1917 attacks, in that was an estuary. The pond, what they had called, was a runoff of fresh water into the ocean. There is another attack that was caught on video. I'm not going to show that one. It was on the Discovery Channel on Shark Week. I'm not even going to show a picture of that because it is extremely gruesome. What had happened, a shark scientist was in, I think, the Bahamas, and was in the water with Nigel, hang on. Okay, so he was in the water with Nigel Marvin, who is a TV personality who does animal shows. The show here that I have is Prehistoric Park. That's Nigel. He was in the water with Nigel, this shark scientist was. And they were in the water with a bunch of bull sharks, showing that bull sharks do not readily attack people, which they don't. The water was somewhat murky, which is what sharks like, especially bull sharks. They live in murky water. Anyway, the sharks got a little bit excited. One of the bull sharks come up behind the scientist, bit his leg and bit his calf, the calf muscle. Lifted him up, done a very minute shake, and swam off with the majority of his calf muscle in his mouth. This was not a vicious attack. What it could have been. I mean, the shark could have done a whole lot worse. This was just an exploratory bite. Appeared to be. It was not. I don't want to say exploratory bite. It was not a full-on feeding attack. This was the shark swim up, saw the man's leg, decided to take a bite, and swim with the man's leg in his mouth, and he lost a big portion of the muscles in his lower leg. So they can be dangerous. They're not out to eat people. They're not like all sharks. They're not targeting people whatsoever. But if you are in the ocean, if you are anywhere where bull sharks are, if you see a bull shark, if you see any shark, I'm not saying to get out of the water. I've been in water with sharks. What I'm saying is, if the shark acts like it's feeding, or if you see a threat posture of cardinal fins down, dorsal fin, or cardinal fins down in the back arch, not cardinal fins, pectoral fins. If the pectoral fins are down towards this body, or towards the ground, and its back is arched, get out of the water. Get away from the shark. It's not liking you being there, and it's feeling very frustrated with you or something in the area. So just leave the area if that's happening. It's probably best not to swim with sharks if you're not 100% knowing what you're doing. But again, they don't target you. They're not going to see you swimming and swim up and just eat you. They're most attacks seem to be more of an exploratory. Ooh, what's this in the water? I'm going to take a bite to see. And unfortunately for humans, or anything else they bite for that matter, their sharp teeth and powerful jaws tend to make that a little rough on us. But anyway, these sharks are amazing sharks. They are one of the only species, with the exception of sandbar shark and some dogfishes, that can go into pressure water. White sharks have been spotted in estuaries, but only very, very, very briefly. That's it for today. The video is shorter than normal. You all have a great day, a blessed day. Stay safe. Sunday's video will be over the crocodile family. I'm not sure what next Thursday's video is going to be about, but we'll know when we get there. Anyway, you all have a good evening.